Welcome to the MT Project's pre-screen video tutorial. At the end of this tutorial, you will hopefully know how to use iMovie to successfully edit your pre-screen videos. The same concepts could be applied if you're sending a video audition for college, pre-college summer programs, or one day a professional audition. When you first open iMovie, you're going to be prompted to select the type of project you want to create, either a new movie or a new trailer. You'll want to select New Movie. Next, you'll be prompted to pick a theme. I'd recommend sticking with the no theme option just because programs aren't really looking for anything fancy, and really the focus should be solely on you, not a design which could be distracting from your performance. But if you want, you can choose options within the editing process which will show more of your personality. Once you choose a theme, you'll be asked to give it a name. Then you'll be taken to your media options. If you've already downloaded your video onto your computer, which I would personally do in iPhoto, you can select it here, or you can import it from an external device like a phone or camera by clicking here. If you choose to import, this is the window which will pop up. I don't have an external device connected, but if I did, it would show up under the Devices menu on the left. If you were uploading a video directly from your iPhone, you would choose your iPhone from the options, and then your files would load in this window where my computer files currently are. I've already got my files uploaded though, so I'm going to load them directly from my media browser. In my current folder, I've chosen to view only videos by clicking here and highlighting videos. Once my videos are all in one place, I can preview them by clicking on them and using the controls here. The video I currently have up is the one that I want, so I'm going to double-click it, and you'll want to double-click so that it highlights the entire video rather than just a few seconds. Otherwise, it won't import the entire clip. Then I'll click the plus sign, and it will load into my project. The bottom part of your screen now shows the video project you've started. But let's say the clip has some dead space at the end or some awkward shuffling in the beginning that you need to cut out. If you hover over the beginning and end of the clip, an arrow will appear, and you can adjust the starting and stopping points. Once it's trimmed down to where I need it to be, I'm going to add a title page. Note that I could have done this first, but since the media browser popped up first, that's what I started with. You can do whichever way you prefer. To add a title page, I'm going into the Backgrounds tab. You've got a bunch of options here, and you can choose whatever you'd like. My suggestion would be to choose a slide which will complement you somehow. For instance, maybe your material shows that you're the sweet and bubbly girl next door type, so you might choose the pink and orange blob slide. I chose the underwater theme because the aqua color almost is identical to Sarah's dress in the video. Going with a solid color is simple and easy. Whatever you choose, you can drag it down into the project to the left of your video clip. Mine defaulted to being a 4-second slide, which made it a decent length, but I'm going to make it a 5-second clip just so you can see how to change it if you need to. All you have to do is highlight the slide in the lower project window, then click the eye icon in the top right corner, and duration 4.0 will appear. Then you can change 4.0 to whatever you want. I'm changing mine to be 5.0. Make sure you hit enter after you change the number, otherwise the change won't save. I'm then going to add text into the title screen. You can access these things by clicking on the titles toolbar. Again, whatever you choose, you'll drag it down, but this time you'll drag it right over your title page slide so that it will insert directly inside. For my video, I've chosen the 4 corners option. To edit the text, you'll want to double-click right on the blue bar where it says title, and it will open up an editor in the top right-hand window. Once you're here, you'll be able to edit your text directly in the preview box, which for some reason disappeared when I screen captured the window, but I promise you'll see what I'm talking about. You also can edit the font type, size, color, etc. on the preview pane. Now that I've inserted text onto the title page, I'm going to add text to be displayed across the bottom of the video through the same process. For any element which is displayed throughout the video, you'll want to choose something as non-distracting as possible. Keep it simple. I've chosen to use the gradient option. The last thing I'm doing is adding a transition between my title slide and video clip, which you can do from the transition menu. Adding a transition isn't at all necessary. What you want to keep in mind through all of this is that every school is going to want something different. Some schools may tell you exactly how they want the video. They may specifically ask for a title page with X, Y, and Z information. They may ask for a spoken introduction prior to each clip instead of a title page. They may ask you to not place any text over your actual video clip, or they may specifically ask for a text bar to be displayed with certain information throughout. Make sure you look into each individual school's requirements and tailor your video to their needs. Some schools may want one long file with all of your material. Others will ask you for each clip separately. It's possible you could wind up with a couple dozen videos once you've met each school's requirement. You may use all, some, or even none of the tools I've featured here. It can be tedious, but keep in mind they won't be thinking about how you're probably applying for a great number of programs who all have different requirements if you send school A a video with school B's requirements just because they're fairly similar. All they're going to see is that you can't follow their simple instructions and you don't want to be that student. At the end of the day, the most important part of a pre-screening video is giving them something which meets any specific requirements they've specified and shows the best version of your material. It doesn't need to be fancy. Here's a finished product of my video, and you'll want to keep in mind I just used an old clip of a student singing a 16-bar song cut, so the conditions in the video are not necessarily intended to be optimal for your video audition.
Burn the bridge, bet the store, baby's coming home no more, not for the life of me. Break the lock, post my bail, done my time, I'm out of jail, not for the life of me.
Voila! If you need to export your video, you can do so by going to the File menu, moving down to Share, and selecting the platform you need. Depending on your selection, you may be taken through additional steps such as logging in, adding video tags, privacy settings, that sort of thing. I hope this tutorial has helped show you how easy it can be to edit your own video auditions. If you're overwhelmed watching this, I promise it's not that difficult. If you have any further questions, feel free to email me at adrian@themtproject.org, and don't forget to check out our website at www.themtproject.org for more free resources to help you with your college auditions.